I'm Chief Executive of Profound Group. We've got lots of training provision within the Profound Group, but one of the things I really want to talk about today is a new venture that we're launching pretty soon called the National Apprenticeship Company. National Apprenticeship Company is a bit of a concept at the minute, because I think where we're at the minute with regards to apprenticeships and the levy and all of the things that we're hearing about today at conference is that I think it's the biggest change in a generation. I really honestly believe that. So we've launched a campaign through the National Apprenticeship Company website and through social media, and it's around about the biggest thing to happen in apprenticeships in the next 5 years. So it's not looking back at where we've been, but it's looking forward to where we're going. And as we know, the government is clearly saying that for us to deliver apprenticeships and high quality apprenticeships with employers in the future under the new regime, we need to have radical business models. My real concern is that if everybody goes out there and sets a radical business model, then what we'll have 700 radical business models having no idea what, it doesn't just be a mess. So at Profound we've created the National Apprenticeship Company brand. What we're trying to do with that is to engage in an end-to-end process, both before the levy and before all the reforms kick in, and then afterwards have a service that is hiding the wiring for apprentices. We want to make it easy for employers to engage with apprenticeships and engage with high quality training providers. So where we're at the minute with it is what we want to do is we want to get employers to sign up to the National Apprenticeship Company, and if you go to nationalapprenticeshipcompany.co.uk, you can sign up on there and say I'm in, which will give you all information. So we're trying to engage with employers, and what we want to do is we want them to come to us, and it's not about the training, it's about coming to us so that we can hold the hand through the changes that's happening and advise them on how are they going to cope with the levy. What does it mean? What does it look like? How are they going to procure the training provider in the future? How are they going to spend the money? And sort of how are they going to engage with all of the quality assurance and all of the bureaucracy that goes with that? Because I think it's great that employers have got a bit control now, but I don't think they quite understand the bureaucracy and the demands that will go with that. So so that's the first part. The next part is that we want to try and engage with training providers. Now we hear that the primes are they're disappearing. You're not going to have subcontracting anymore. But I think there is a group of training providers and niche training providers that have a high quality work and high quality outcomes through apprenticeships that have not been a prime for a particular reason. They don't want to deal with the bureaucracy either. They don't want to sort of get involved in having all of this debate around how do I do this and how do I do that. And it's been convenient for them at that particular time to have somebody else doing that. So what we want to do is we want to try and create a safe harbour for those smaller or even bigger training providers who want to be involved with us to sort of say, right, I want to be under this brand, and I'm going to bring my employers and engage with my employers, and we're going to hide the wiring to make sure that we get a smooth transition, but also then a smooth way of delivering a high quality apprenticeships. So you've got, if you think about the umbrella organisation, that's the Apprenticeship Company, you've got employers who we're going to hold the hand with our partners to get them through the minefield that is the reforms, the training providers that will sort of be part of that and deliver high quality apprenticeships. But then what's the third part? The third part is the end assessment and all of the changes that go with that. So what we're doing is we are talking to some awarding bodies now about, under the brand of National Apprenticeship Company, developing an end test centre. So if you think about that you've got employers, training providers, awarding bodies, and test centre, you've got this sort of clear view of how you will engage with the whole process. Now, we are quite a way away from all of this, and it is quite conceptual, it is quite radical, which I think it should be, because we're being told it needs to be radical. And we're going to be asked questions about, well, what happens if I bring my employer and a training provider? How are you going to steal all of my work? Well, I could say, I'm a training provider. Are you going to steal mine? Let's have an honest debate about how we develop a model that works for once. Let's put everything aside and just sit down and decide between us how it's going to work. And then what you've got is you've got something that will enable us to deliver the 3 million apprenticeships, to deliver the high quality outcomes, to engage in the debate and be part of that. And if there's anybody out there who's watching this who says, I'm part of the government and I've got some money to pilot models, you know, this is the face you want to come and talk to, because at the end of the day, if we create this framework within which that can do, then at the end of the day we can pilot the way things work. The other things that we're doing, part of that is we want to have an apprentice training agency in there, because, you know, with local authorities and schools having to employ 2.3% of the workforce, and that there may be a need where they can't take the headcount on, or smaller employers who don't want to have that employment responsibility, you know, the apprentice training agency will be helping that. So at the minute, like I say, that's the crux of it. You know, we've had massive amount of interest at the conference. We just pushed it out on social media, and we've had, you know, hundreds of people sign up on the website. Today we've been non-stop since we got here, and I'm sure it'll be the same tomorrow. You know, so we will be officially launching it. If you don't want to call this an official launch, officially launching it when you see this video. You know, we'll be going live. So, you know, so please, you know, search for it. Go to the website, sign up. We'll be sending more information out. If you want to be involved, you know, get in contact. It's an open field, and then just contact us and we'll talk to you about how you can get involved in it.